Hello, it's Jaime here, and I get this question a lot. How do I deal with a VA that does not show up for work? This can be a very scary time, and it's something that we're probably going to face at one time or another. I mean, even if you have a bricks and mortar and someone doesn't show up one day, it can be very frustrating, right? Like, what do I do? And it's really hard to find good talent, right? So I go into all of that through the 6-step hiring formula and how to find good talent, how to go about the interviewing process and all that. But my question today is, what do you do if the VA doesn't show up, or if your assistant doesn't show up? Like, that can be a little scary. So how do you deal with a virtual assistant that doesn't show up? This is what I say. Prepare or plan for this in advance. So one of the things you do during the initial onboarding stages of hiring somebody, whether it's bricks and mortars or virtual, make sure that you plan for this. Write out a step-by-step process on what you would do to deal with this. So it should go something like this. If you're going to be handing off certain tasks to this person, obviously you have a job role created and you have a daily task list. You should have a daily task list that summarizes their job duties each day, right? So that both you know what to expect and they know what you expect of them in this position. So what happens if they don't show up? What do you need to do in order to perform those duties, should those duties be called upon or necessary that particular day? It's the same thing with, what if they're going to go on vacation? Well, you have to have a plan in place. How are you going to take up that slack? How are you going to make sure the ball doesn't get dropped in those positions? So plan for this up front. Chances are they're going to go on vacation. They may not show up. Chances are this is pretty much going to happen no matter what, if you're working with them long enough, right? So you need to plan for this. So that's my recommendation. Write down their job role, write down the workflows and their processes. Make sure you have access to all of the information that is needed in a private area that maybe only you and or your assistant can get to, or you and your trusted advisors or whomever, but have it all in a general area so that if you need to log on to Facebook and you don't have your username and password, your assistant usually does that, make sure you get access to that. It's these little details that can kind of foul things up. If you need access to client folders and numbers and emails and things like that, make sure everybody knows, or you know, how to go in and get that information. Now, if they don't show up because they flaked on you or something like this, this is a little bit of a different story. You still need to have the processes there, but what do you do with that personal VA? In my opinion, I want to try and reach out to them. If I can't get in touch with them, find out who other ways I can get in touch with them. If I don't hear from them, I need to send them an email. You need to prepare for how to make a decision for that person to exit your company. So what is that process? Turning off their email, changing their phone line, the extension, rerouting it, redirecting their email address to your email address. That's probably the better way to go about it, so you don't cancel any kind of inquiries that may be coming in, especially if your VA was handling leads for sales and things like that. So come up with a plan on what you need to do if you are going to terminate them. So come up with that process and have this all done in advance. If you need help with this, reach out to me. I'd be glad to sit down and help you walk you through this. But this is some different things that you can think about on how to deal with a virtual assistant that doesn't show up. Hope this helped out. Go check us out to learn more at bottleneck.online, and we're here to help. So talk to you soon. Thanks so much, and thanks for letting us help you stop the bottleneck in your